Hello, my wonderful people. I welcome you to another episode of Japa Gist with Simi Salaoni. As you all know, on this show, we will be discussing about Japa Gist, our migration stories, our challenges, and our lessons learned from our migration stories. And on this show today, I have an amazing person. Is Mr. Tunde Durojaiye. Thank you, Mr. Tunde, for honoring the call today. What was your first encounter when you landed to Canada?
Wow, you just brought back memories. I came to Canada 2023 June, and I remember it so clearly. When I came down, and I was still in the airport. So many stories actually that you have heard. Don't go with this, oh, don't do this, oh. You must not go with cream.
Yeah.
If you are, so many. And so when I actually landed, I was like, I don't know where to go. The driver was supposed to come and pick me. I called. I landed 12, I think some minutes past 12 in the middle of the night, midnight. And nowhere to go at that time. Like, am I going to see a taxi? So I called the taxi guy, and he was like, oh, he has left Montreal. So you're going to wait. And so when I called back home, like, my parents were like, don't stay there. Don't even stay near there. Police will be looking. And I was wondering, why would I run from police? What did I do? And those experiences are so weird.
Yeah.
But
My own experience, I just want to chip that in. My own experience, as I opened the door outside the outside the airport, there was this heavy breeze that blew me back
goodness. Yeah.
There was this heavy storm or breeze that breezed me back inside.
The strange thing. The strange thing is I came in the summer, right? That's June.
Wow.
But it was cold. It was cold. So you can just imagine now. Now that I've stayed 1-2 years, and so you're not like, how can someone say it's cold during summer? But that was how it was, So just relocating from Nigeria, coming to Canada where it's usually cold. So even at summer, you believe it's cold.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The cold is something else. Something else.
Yeah.
I just want to ask again, what was your biggest surprise when you landed to Canada?
Biggest surprise. In fairness, biggest surprise. When, in fairness, my intention was to go to Toronto, and Montreal was supposed to be en route to Toronto. And, so eventually you realize that, you need to learn French to survive here. You need to learn French. And then you remember those French that you were taught when you were in primary school and secondary school, and you used to laugh, make fun of the teacher. You're just, so this thing will have actually helped me now, So the challenge is actually the language, and, basically the language.
Yes, and the funniest thing about that is I didn't know they speak French in Canada.
Same. I don't too.
I did not know that Canada will have a province that speak French. So that was actually a very big surprise to me. I said, wow.
Same.
They speak French in Canada?
I tell you.
That is a big one. So everyone watching today, if you are planning to come to Canada, we have a province called Montreal where we speak French. Yeah. And weather adjustment.
That one is, we keep adjusting. you can never adjust to because the weather is always fluctuating. Just yesterday, before you go out, the first thing you need to do is check the temperature. And so when I checked and I saw -2, I was like, -2, Then you have to tell yourself like, bro, -2, you are jumping. Like, that's how it is here. Where you have -20 sometimes, and so when you have -2, you have to like, thank God, at least you can go light, today. So the weather is been, and one thing that we actually look forward to while I was in Nigeria is having to feel the snow. And in fact, my wife is she teach in a school, and in that school they used to do, I think, snow day, something like that. So they would just do, they just fake some. So I just like the things that we were dreaming of is now become a button here now. To go out now, like, So the weather, you adjust and you keep adjusting. That's
Yes,
just it.
yes, yes.
That's
And
it.
also, on that, I remembered my daughter then, as we landed in the airport, we noticed that blood started coming from the nose.
Oh.
And I actually told my husband, you see, we have not even used 30 minutes. We've not used 30 minutes or 15 minutes in Canada. You've seen the weather
Wow.
effect on us. So
Yeah.
Canada is a very cold country,
Yeah. Very.
very cold country, but per time you move,
Mm.
the more you live in Canada, the more your body adjusts to that.
What
So,
option do you even have? See me. What option do you have? See, when,
no
I,
option.
when I was in Nigeria, I used to say,
No option.
will you go back to Nigeria and say I came back because the code was too much?
No.
They will get you cane and say, okay, go back.
Yeah, that is it. So you have to adjust to the weather. Anyone
Obviously.
planning to come to Canada, you know that we have a very, very cold weather in Canada.
Yeah.
Yes. And also, what do you enjoy most now in Canada?
Wow. What do I enjoy most? Canada is now a home, so you enjoy everything. And in fairness, the community, and that's one of the things the church actually brings.
Yeah.
We have so many people who have depression in this country
Yes.
because you come in, you don't have any means to socialize. But one of the things that the church actually help us with is you can go to a place and gist in Yoruba
Yeah.
and my friend, because here you don't. In fact,
Mind your
you
business.
can have a neighbor and you will not see your neighbor throughout.
Yes.
Or say hi. So I think I actually enjoyed the community. The community of Nigerians, Africans, and basically that's just that.
Yes. So on that, I want to ask, how do you cope with survival and daily life? No, no family friend to run to. Say, I'm coming to check you out this weekend. I'm coming to visit you this weekend. I'm coming to do that.
Yeah.
This country, everyone also and face their
Yeah,
their business. So how do you do your daily life? How do you survive? I want to know.
Yeah, number one thing is I want to tell you that you will not understand because you are here with your family, so you're always talking and gisting, but someone who is all by himself, it's not easy, and that's just the truth. It's not easy. In fact, sometimes you have issues with your wife because you did not call. How come you did not this and that and that? I said, he didn't check on me. He said, madam, you need to check on me too. And that's just the truth because you are just like you said, you are all by yourself.
Yes.
And I was just discussing this with someone, just some days ago, and I said there are so many people that when. Sorry, maybe it's still snapping. What was even the question you asked?
Survival and daily life.
Okay, yeah, survival and daily life. Sometimes I used to look at this nation like. It's like there's nothing again that you do apart from job, work. And
it's crazy.
I tell you. So that's why I said you may not really understand being here with your family, At least, even in Nigeria, you go to work too and you come back with your family. But when you go to work here without your family here, you come and you have to start thinking like,
oh my
exactly. Like, and it's a cycle. It goes again. It's the next day is coming and the next day is coming. And you don't have the luxury of saying, I'm not even going to work today. Because
you must pay
the bills,
on
the
first of the next month, you have to pay
exactly. I think you need to tell your audience.
First of the month, you have to pay.
So please, when you call sometimes, please send something down. I always check. Is it not? Hope it's not the first of the month.
Yeah.
So that's it basically. That's it.
I really feel that. Yes.
I tell you.
Because as a woman, let me digress a little. As a woman, before you even think of preparing a meal for every day, it's a very tedious work.
Yeah.
So relating to you now as a man, thinking of what to eat before in Nigeria, before you get to your meal is settled, that is out of the body. Here you have to think, let me just make tea and bread and let me go. And that is another thing. That is what we experience here on a daily. And I pray God will help us and everyone that is in this situation at this time. I know the Lord will see us through and make everything better for us.
Amen.
So, was there any major challenge when you got to Canada?
No, I think maybe job. Yeah, Joe. Sometimes you just think like, oh, you just get there, and I think it's also very important that you educate your audience about the agent thing, and many agent promises so many things, and
Oh my God. I'm gonna tell you that. Please, if you are planning to come to Canada through an agent, let me tell you this. This is a free advert for you. You are not paying to have this. Your agent will promise you will get a job as you land.
ah,
At the day you are landing is the
yes,
day you will
so
get a job. It's not so. It's not so. They will tell you have to pay. You will use $50 or $500 to get the job the next day. No, job, especially I can actually talk on in the province I am here. It's not easy, especially because of the language barrier.
yeah, exactly.
It's actually not easy. It's not easy. You have to continue to apply. You have to apply and pray towards it. For everything you do, pray towards it. It's not actually easy.
Yeah.
That is for job. What about finding accommodation?
Oh, that's another thing, But the good thing actually is you have so many avenues to actually search for houses. You can use Facebook Market. You can use Kijiji. You can use so many and like that. During my time, yeah, I actually had the challenge in that. Because just like I said that I'm alone, so you probably need to look for some people to just probably get maybe a 3-bedroom and so getting and here you see them you rent a room, just like in Nigeria where you do like face me I face you like that, something like that, and
A condo.
yeah, a condo. So sometimes it's challenging to actually find maybe people of the same mind to actually get the same an accommodation and share together. Otherwise, you just like just be, if you don't mind staying with anybody, Nick and Harry to just live together. I think but though it's expensive. That's another thing. It's expensive.
For us,
It's
it took us months before we could find a place.
Yeah.
Because we keep searching and searching. The agent will tell you, come and check this one. On
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
there,
exactly.
we will see this is not a very. Even at the entrance, you will see people smoking and all that. And like I will tell my husband, me, I can't stay here. So we keep searching and searching and searching. But in your case, I want to ask, because you mentioned about like minds.
Yeah.
How do you cope? When me, for example, I'm a very neat person.
Yeah.
Making me live with someone that will just eat and drop their plate.
I can relate.
How do you cope?
I can relate. I have experiences. I have experienced, the different sides, and I was actually very fortunate. My first accommodation was, we were all guys, and all the guys were actually Africans.
Wow.
In fact, two of them were Nigerians. No, yeah, one was a Nigerian, and the other one was from Cotonou, so he speaks Yoruba.
Wow.
So then I think we had the last guy. It's 4-room. We had the last guy who speaks French. So I can relate with the Nigerian guy because he speaks English, though the guy also speaks French. Then the guy from Cotonou speaks French, but he speaks Yoruba. So I can relate with that one speaking Yoruba. And it was very easy to make rules and tell them, Oga, don't drop plates. You have shared spaces. So the shared spaces should be, you should know it's a shared space. So your room, if you like, do whatever. But not that you're gonna, we need to make the share space comfortable for everybody. Like, don't make sure then we have rosters that, okay, you're going to sweep today, this week, and another person sweep next week. And it's challenging though, because you can't fight people. You can only talk and, say this and that.
I really understand. Another question I want to ask is your first job experience.
Okay, yeah. Like I talked about the church community, and I was fortunate, in my church we have
Shout out to our church.
Yeah, Restoration of Montreal.
Yeah.
Thank you. And my boss, when you're watching this, thank you. She actually she was a manager at McDonald's, and so it was a leverage that we, then they were like, oh, it's for the job is for children, you will meet children there, all the small Igbos, so that they will not disrespect you. Say, oh, big disrespect. See, we have come here to come and work. I don't mind, So my first job was actually McDonald's, and I came in June. I got my first job in August, so it was so very,
Wow.
yeah, it was so close. And shout out again, Adeshawa. Thank you.
Wow, that is a very good one.
Yeah.
For my own end, okay, I'm going to talk on behalf of my husband because I was pregnant. I was not working when I came in.
Okay.
My husband actually was kind of very difficult. I was even telling people on behalf of my husband, please, we need a job. Because he got a job offer outside of Montreal.
Yeah.
And even the job was very tedious, but because you have to get something.
Yeah.
You have to get hold on something. And I told him, you have no choice, Oga. You are a banker in Nigeria. You are a boss where you are coming from. But yeah, Canada, you have to, before you can feed, you have to work. And I told him, guy, you have to go. From here, it's gonna take more than 3 or 4 buses before he gets to Longueuil.
Wow.
And when he comes back, he stands 12 hours.
Wow.
So if you're coming to Canada,
yes,
there's no tree of money here.
Yes,
I'm telling you this for free.
Yes, so and I think it's also very important that the audience, you need to know that you need to start exercising your feet now, your leg.
Yes.
Because here we don't sit, you stand.
And
just to buttress what you said, I have an uncle here, we're in the same church. And he used to say something. He used to say that people, when you pray that, God, don't let me have the case where I have to begin again. You just said your husband was a banker in Nigeria. So you have people who do well or doing things well. But when you come in, you have to start from the scratch.
From the lowest.
From the scratch. So begin again. That's what you have to do.
Yes.
That's what you do.
Yes. And when you begin, you actually build yourself also. But you have to begin small.
Exactly.
If you are migrating to Canada and you are a boss where you are coming from, if you land, you have to just pull down your head and start small.
Yes, sir.
My husband will come from Longueuil and I will start giving him good massage. The back, he will say,
you see, now you're making me feel bad. Like my wife now is not here. Nobody to give me massage.
That is it. Job experience in Canada is. But for me, after I gave birth, I just applied on a customer care job and I got the offer.
Oh, come on.
I've been on the work from home job since then till now.
You see now?
But I'm actually looking for a better option and better pay. But at least we are leveraging on that for now. Yes, you told me that because this is a question. What helped you survive the first month? So I can actually relate to your story.
Exactly.
You came in June and you got in August, so there was no actually something big on that. So I'm gonna ask this question. How about your mental and emotional stability?
I understand. And like I said at first about the church thing, and I was fortunate that the church actually helped me. And so on a Sunday you're having discussions, even at work. Because I said I just spoke about my McDonald's experience. So I was not the only guy. I was not the only Nigerian. I was not the only person from the church that that got employed into that store. So it was still another way to socialize. So at work you have it's not always come on it's not always bonjour. You have your
speak your
exactly
you sing your Yoruba song, you
so you still have someone who speaks Yoruba that you are on the same shift together. So when you come back home, you have another person to also relate with. So it did not really helped. And you also have an 8-hour shift. The only hours left, you just
maybe 4.
Exactly. So it's not really big thing. And during the weekend, you have the church. So basically,
you can even rest.
Yeah. Because I know, like I said, I know people go into depression, real depression, because they don't have anybody to talk to. They are all alone by themselves. In fact, I read about a lady who was in the UK and she was really complaining. Like, in fact, there was a time that she had to dress and wear good clothes and go outside, and no one to even compliment her and say, "Oh, you're looking good." She went out the same way she went out. She came back in. and she felt so bad, and she could not even relate with her friends in Nigeria again, because there's now this space now, so by the time they gist for like 5 minutes, nothing to talk about again, so she actually was like, maybe she's gonna go back again. And I actually relate, and that's just the thing. So it's I think the church, and because you don't have anybody to come and look for you. I was telling somebody, if in this place, if you're sick, nobody can come and meet in the hospital. Everybody have to go to work. So you'll be alone all by yourself.
That will take me to the next question.
How
do you handle loneliness and homesickness?
Homesickness. Homesickness. I think one of the things is you have at the back of your mind, like, you are here to survive, and come what may, you're gonna survive. So that's a kind of counter mentality that you need to have to block,
to brace yourself
exactly, so you don't get depressed, you don't get down. You are here to come and survive. Yes. And we also have families. At least you can always make a call. Hello, this is, but in fairness, people don't understand. They don't really understand. Sometimes they believe you are enjoying and it's not big. But how many people do you want to tell?
Yes.
How many people do you want to tell?
I could actually remember there was one time my husband was kind of down, and I need to just do some agbo.
You can imagine.
I had to go to the nearest marché, African store near me. I had to just look for similar things that can at least match what we used to do at home.
You can imagine if it's the only one here now. You are not here to do that.
Yeah. So I have to get cloves. I got lime. I got lemon. I just had to mix that and actually give him a hot tea, and that helped also. Yeah. So I was also asked, I'm gonna digress a little. Yeah. I want to go back again.
Okay.
How do you navigate? Because the day we landed, the next day or the following week, we had an hospital appointment.
Okay.
And we did not know there was anything.
Oh my goodness.
We did not know there was
anything. You just oh Lord Jesus.
My husband, we actually came with some dollars. My husband said, no, I'm not. I'm in Canada.
You're taking Uber.
We were taking Uber.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was crazy. In fairness, it was crazy. And the good thing with me is I actually I remember the night I was coming to Canada. I would have actually missed my flight.
Wow.
Because I do not know my way to the airport, and my mother came, and the driver, and so we had to use the map. And I was the one checking the map. So where we were supposed to take a turn, I said no, it was the next one, and we missed our way totally. Like on the island, we were on the island, just kind of going in cycles for throughout. And I think my flight was around like 5 a.m., 5, 6. I stayed very close. I stayed in Magboro then. And in fact, my pastor was even like, oh, you don't need to go early now. She said, it's 5. Maybe just go at 3. If I had tried that, I would have missed my flight. So when we came here, the experience was...
Navigate yourself.
My goodness. My goodness. I remember Mr. Awale, all of them, if they are watching, they will say, hey, Mr. Tunde, he lost us, eh? Because when you check the map, you have to, you have
to stand.
Oh, it's right. No, it's not right. It's left. It's good. You just keep changing direction and
and in the cold.
I tell you, many times you get lost. We work and work sometimes, and sometimes I think we just like your husband, we probably take Uber eventually. By the time we have missed our way all through.
Yes,
so it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It wasn't.
I could remember also I'm gonna laugh a bit. Our last experience. What prompted my husband to start using his map by fire by force? We entered this Uber, and the Uber said we're gonna pay maybe $30 or $35 thereabout. And my husband had just maybe $25 left.
Okay.
And when we got to the destination, and the Uber man said, okay, guy, you have to pay me now. My husband said, please, hold on. He was calling his friend in UK, please, can you send me? Please, I need $10, I need $20, I need... Do it in Naira. Me, I will do it. I will not do it back to dollars. And that was the last thing. My husband said, by fire, by force.
You need to learn to
use map.
Oh, yeah.
And that was when he started learning how to use map. Even till now.
Yeah.
There will be some times they will say, "Ow," especially when we are doing a roundabout. There are two other lines you have to go, and you say, I have to pass here, not here. So that's a kind of that is a common
Yeah.
mistake also.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing is okay, yeah. Then people were like, oh, let's ask someone. Let's ask someone. I'm like, who do you want to ask?
Ask.
It's not even the people that actually stay here. It's not like they use the map too. You can't say, oh, except you're commuting from home to work and something you do often. You know your way. But okay. For example, somebody just send you an address and say, okay, it is a 115 Ren and Levex. And you need to use the map. So when they say let's ask someone, say, who do you want to ask? Nobody. They're gonna like, oh, come on, let's ask.
This is not Nigeria.
I tell you. Exactly. And you know the funny thing about me, even when I was in Nigeria, I don't like asking for the road. So I think it's very important. You need to know how to use your map. That's just otherwise you can't survive. I don't know.
Yeah. So this would also take me to the role. What role did faith and family played that really helped you?
Oh, the 100%. Like, I keep talking about the church, and so basically it's there are so many things that like I didn't come with my family, so you can imagine, and you have to stay all alone. Even during the winter when it's cold. I was discussing with someone, and the person said it's not possible for you to be here and not at least have someone, a girlfriend, that is and that and that. But because of faith, because you know that you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. So it kind of give you a check. Yeah, it gives you, so you just know you can't cross this. So that's what faith does. And family. Apart from the fact that you always get a call of urgent 2K, 5K, and I don't complain about those things, because I used to, like, I put myself in the shoe of those people back home. If you're my friend and you travel abroad, I just believe, oh, it's an opportunity. At least you should be able to send me something. So now that I'm here, even though it's not easy, it's not as easy as we thought it would be. We thought maybe we're gonna just be making dollars on the road. Yeah. So
I told my husband, I'm going to Canada. I told my husband, we've made it. We've made it. Forget. We've made it.
So it's not, you don't make dollars on the road.
Good.
So it's so faith and family, that support is actually very important.
Especially my
it's
family.
Very important.
They actually helped us because the first hour we should have landed earlier before December, but our agent paid someone else to help us with the ticket, and the person tipped us, and we have to look for $4,000 again. Till today, the agent, if you are looking at me, $4,000 is still with you. Give us our $4,000.
That's much, man.
Yes, and my family and my husband's family, they really tried, especially my parents. They had to say, okay, take this, take this. My pastor there, shout out to my pastor.
Shout out.
Yeah, she actually tried also. She had to call the husband, and because I know the husband works abroad, is an international man, and does not actually stay in Nigeria. So he actually called and said, why you should have done this yourself. Flight should not be the one to lay you back now. And I told my men also always listen to your wife, because I told the husband, I trust this man, because when we applied, within 6 to 7, 8 months, everything went, our visa was out, and my husband said, since this man can do it, let us give him everything. And I could remember we were coming from Abuja that day. Immediately he mentioned that to me. I told him, no, this man will not help us. I don't know, somebody said, no, this man will not help us with our tickets. We are going to do the ticket ourselves. But because men, sometimes they don't actually listen, and they want to do their thing by themselves, and that actually messed up things. And the woman took, we were supposed to, we carried our boxes, our everything from Ibadan to Lagos. We were expecting, okay, we are going to fly today, we are going to fly. Today became 1 week, and what is happening? We are just stranded in your house. We need to fly. And that is when we realized, and we had to just arrest her and all that. But today, no, Nigeria, the case just went like that. So family came through for us. This gave us this gave us this. And that is why, if there is an opportunity to help any of my family member. My husband
Yeah.
cannot say no.
Yeah,
Because
of
they
course.
actually tried looking back and say, if not for this, we will not be here. So family, shout out to our
Yeah.
families
Yes,
at home.
so.
Thank you so much
Yes,
for your help.
so. Yes, so.
Is there any advice you have for new immigrants?
Oh, okay. For the intending, for those who are actually looking at coming to Canada, yeah, there are so many stories on the internet, and thank God for a platform like this, where you talk undiluted Japa gist, so many things. Oh, is this and that and that? Yeah. The thing is, you can't actually compare the economy here with back home, but you need to come. There are some expectations that are also very important that you need to know. It's not easy as people used to think. It's not like you come here and start picking money. We have people who actually go to school here and they don't still get a job 5 months, 6 months. So many of them. And once your permit is expired, you don't have anything. You have to go back home. So, but you can always do just like you said about your husband. He was a banker. I was working with Meccano Motors.
Wow.
I was the admin officer, and I don't stand. In fact, anytime they see me outside, people are always like, what are you doing outside? It's always AC inside this and that and that. But yeah, you have to stand for 10 hours shift, 8 hours shift, and I saw a video where someone was saying that the age of our leg is more than our own age. Like, and that's how it is. But all of those things are challenges that you can overcome with God on your side.
Yes.
So the important thing is hold on to God, and don't discard friends. Don't discard because you're gonna need them. So that's my advice.
Common mistakes to avoid.
Common mistakes to avoid. Yeah, don't say that you are too old to learn French. Oh, I have so many friends here. I sometimes when I speak French, even the little I know how to speak, people get like, oh, you speak French? As you don't. I try to speak the ones I know. So when you hear, you're like, oh, you can speak French, But basically, you see people say, oh, I'm too old to learn French. I can't learn French. But it actually gives you a kind of platform. Even if you live here, I've tried to leave Montreal actually. I went to Ottawa sometimes, when we talk about job, it wasn't easy to get a job and to stay. So I have to probably come back to Montreal and say, okay, I have bread better than puff. Let me just hold on to my McDonald's job and do something. So they say when you come, you need to learn, relearn, and unlearn.
Yeah.
So there are so many things that that you need to put inside your pocket. Then learn some things. Then there's some things that you need to learn here. So language I think is very important. You can learn language and you do well. You can do well. So that's my advice.
Thank you.
Sorry, lastly, your driver's license. If you forget anything, don't forget your driver's license. If you are coming, you have to wait 1 year to do driving test, and so if you're coming, your driver license is very important. Thank you.
That was what helped my husband. He just came to swap
the
driver's
license, tell you.
And now he's enjoying, not using.
Yes, well, you're using your mouth. Where a car will take you for like 5 minutes. If you're gonna take bus, you can use 1 hour.
Yes.
You'll just be going around.
Yes. And also, if you're planning to come in, arrange yourself. Bring whatever you want to bring. So far, it is not an offense.
Canada. It's very important.
Anything that it will be good for you. Food, because when I landed, I cried my head out of my eyes.
Don't bring this, don't bring that.
I was saying, where is Amala? Where is Eba? Where is Semo? I cried.
Oh.
Because I was pregnant, I was hungry to get those things. So, my husband said, will you go back? There's no choice again. I can't go. Anything you bring, I will eat it.
Wow, yeah.
So if anything that will make you comfortable, if you are coming to Canada, please arrange yourself, pack everything, and make sure that you actually settled. If someone say, don't bring clothes, don't bring this, bring anything you want to bring to Canada. And yes, I want to ask the last question. Sorry about that. Last question. How do you locate African stores?
Yeah, and just like when you were talking now, I want to say shout out to all the African stores. Because, I can't imagine, even till now, I'm not sure I've tried any local meal, local dish here. apart from poutine,
Wow.
there's only poutine. So I work in McDonald's, so I take
Okay.
poutine.
Okay.
And anytime I have opportunity to go outside and to have to do something, the first thing is poutine. So it's thank God for African stores. If just imagine if we don't have African stores.
Yeah,
I tell you, there was this time that we had a kind of get together at work. It's December party, and they dish their food, and the only thing that you can just eat is bread. So you have to start looking for bread, like all these ones. So I now imagine if we don't have African stores, So to answer your questions, I think it's easy. Just put on the map African stores near me, and you just see them, or in the community. I remember when after I came and from church, we have a brother, Bro Dare, who will take us to an African store close to the church. And so when I got to my new place, I had to come to the African store, even though it was so far. I did not know that you can search for African store around me. Yeah. So and the guy, I spent so much even to transport myself. It was So I think it's so easy now.
Yeah, you can search for African store, Dolorama.
Exactly.
Those are little stores we have, Dolorama. And there's this store in Namon where we first came. I can't forget, because you are new, you want to get cheap things. We had to go to that store. So there are stores that you can get cheap things when you land. And also there's this village, African village, I've forgotten the name. So you can actually get stuff there. Dolorama is there, Walmart. Those stores are there for us to actually explore. So if you're planning to come to Canada, just make sure you have your phone. Just type any store you want to go near me. There will be actually one for you. Thank you so much, Mr.
My pleasure.
Tunde,
My pleasure.
coming to the show today. I really enjoyed that. We really enjoyed that. New Year, I enjoyed you. Thank you.
I want to
so
also
much.
commend your show, because the thing is this: information is key. Information is key. One of the mistakes that we made, we don't have enough information. We didn't have all these platforms where you can. So many times your agent will tell you. Most of the time they tell you shit. Many of them don't even know. They just tell you things. But thank God for a platform like this, where you can, have life experiences and other experiences. I know I probably wouldn't have made some mistakes I made if I had, been opportune to, listen to a podcast like this. So I want to congratulate you too and say, this podcast is going places.
Amen.
It's going places.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much for everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.